How we doing, everyone? Welcome to another little car talk. Haven't been streaming in a while, so I'm really sorry for that. Now I'm back. It's kind of a little bit unusual to talk to the camera again, but gotta make it work. Anyways, today I thought about talking instead of enjoying another car wipe session, whatever we always used to do, and just go all over the things that I'm currently working on. For example, I promised you all the in real life stream, so we're gonna do that. There are a lot of other things that are like in the process of me doing that. It's kind of weird because my phone isn't that way, so it's not really symmetrical, just a little bit annoying me. Yeah, whatever. God is great. Hey, how you doing? Okay, I don't think it will work. Anyways, we just go with that. So yeah, there's a lot of things that are currently in the making. Yo, I don't like this perspective, guys. What do you think about this perspective? I don't think it's good, because I look all the time. Here's the chat, but here's the camera. Okay, anyways, okay, let me just talk. Anyways, so we got the in real life stream planned. Then we got a lot of other things that are in the making. I just today edited a video where I showed you like a hair tutorial, which is pretty cool. How you doing, user? You good? Welcome back, everyone, by the way. So I'm on to editing so much currently because there's so much content that I have been creating for the last I would say at least 2 till 3 months, at least. Really intense. So therefore I'm gonna like use all of the content that I created, a lot of cool content, be it skincare routines, be it like tutorials on how I cut my hairs, be it a day in the life, like a lot of these things. And now I just gotta now I just gotta like edit that and then upload it. So that's the current mindset that I'm in. Not mindset, but like thought frame that I'm in to do so. So I'm excited. Let's see how that works. And I think today is just for me to show up. Like I'll be honest, I haven't even planned anything. Like I just pulled to the side and thought, okay, I'm gonna start a stream. So if that's a little bit the feeling that you get from the stream, it might be because it's actually that. Like it's no plan at all. I just talk whatever's on my mind. I can go over maybe some things such as questions I get online. So first of all, I did answer the question regarding the haircut tutorial. I did it, guys. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. It's uploaded on Instagram and TikTok. Yeah. Then what else we got? Then we have, okay, let me see the comments. There are actually not so many comments. Like, I look so done, not gonna lie. Got a beard on, like I let my beard grow. Okay, questions. Yo, I didn't even upload it. There was, okay guys, you can ask me in the live stream right now any questions that we want to see, because I just realized I created a YouTube Q&A with questions, but I haven't answered them. Like I haven't uploaded the answers. By the way, do I leak something here? Let me check. No. Can you see that? 74,000 followers on Instagram. I give you a promise right now, this year we're gonna hit the 100K on Instagram. Gonna give you the promise for that. So yeah, Paris, what is online, what is inlined, or what is outlined in Paris. That is a runner what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna do the in real life stream that I've always promised you to do, showing you the Eiffel Tower for everyone that hasn't seen it. The Eiffel Tower. Then what else I can show you my favorite spots in cafes, libraries, just spots I go to, where you can have a good time in Paris. Nice places to eat, and then we do so much cool content. Like I'm gonna be honest, I get back to what I used to do, which is a lot of vlogs. So I'm currently day in the lives or get ready with me, or any type of these content. I'm gonna upload that and create it, and a little bit more personal. Like I want to just show you what I used to do, if that makes sense. Like I start with social media, showcasing you day in the life videos, how I work out, how I read, what I read, book recommendations, like all of these things. And now I'm not, so I want to do it again. I was a little bit lost, because of modeling. It's not really priority to do these type of content ideas, but I'm not just a model, I'm Chirag Kohli, so I do whatever I want. You know what I mean? Like in that sense, that I want to inspire. I'm not just here to have a social media where I show off my portfolio, right? Because that's what most of the models do to get more jobs. But I'm here to create something that will last forever, and that you can only do when you are sort of an inspiration for others, because you will live forever when they talk about you. I'm 14 years old. What do you advise me? Live your life. I think like looking back, I think through whatever happens, you just grow up a little bit faster. And if you're young, just enjoy your life. Through experience, you will realize what you like in life, and then towards that you just build. So there is no right or wrong, just do you. Don't let anyone tell you what to do. In that sense, like take inspiration from your parents, of course, but just try out things, whatever's on your mind. That's what I would just recognize or realize. But stay close to God. Even though it might be a really early topic for you, but it's never too early for God. What else did I wanted to talk about? I don't even know. I just started the stream. I don't even know what I want to talk about. It's really cold today. It's really cold. Okay, let's talk about certain things, okay, that maybe I don't really talk about so much. First of all, as a content creator or as a model, as someone who is into the creative workspace, it's not just with that, it's with my eyewear brand as well. It's with Blaze. How you doing? It's with a lot of creative work ideas. You will come to the point where you just work so much but nothing pays off. Like you do but nothing comes back, you do but nothing comes back, and then you ask yourself, should you continue doing that amount of effort and work that you put into these things, or should you stop and search for something else? And I'm gonna be honest, if you're currently in that state of mind, keep going. Like it's not some BS type of motivational speak here. It's literally, I'm gonna be honest with you, just keep going, because especially when nothing pays off but you work hard, you kind of like plant and sow the seed for your future. So your future self is built in the present moment, right? Like the amount of work that you put in today pays off in maybe a year, maybe even 2 years, but it will pay off. So yeah, keep going, because we're a little bit manipulated through social media that we think that when you do something today, you should receive it tomorrow, or even maybe in the same day today. But that's not the case. You invest long term. Long-term vision is always the goal. And yeah, love for me, but keep growing. Appreciate you, Blaze. How you doing? So yeah, that's another thing that I realized, because if not, then I wouldn't be even here streaming, guys. I'm gonna be honest. Like if I would stop, because the first year of creating content, which was in 2021, 2022, like 4 or 5 years ago, was basically me showing up every single day, creating insane amount of content, so to say, every single day, editing that content, uploading that content every single day, daily uploads. And then I would say after like not 1.5, almost 2 years, like then it slowly paid off. Like, I'm not even talking big, I'm talking about reaching 1,000 views, reaching 1.5, reaching 2K, then you reach 5K and you're like, oh my god, 5,000 people. And then I had my first viral video, I remember exactly, in 2023 September. Until now it has around 5 million just on Instagram, one video, and it gave me more than 20,000 followers, only one single video. So the moral, or like the story of the experience, was that 2.5 years it was working insane amount of hours you don't even know, and experiencing so much and doing the work every single day. And I'm talking about literally every single day. I'm talking about 700 if not 800 videos that I edited and uploaded. And then you got your viral video, and then on top of that, of course, you use the momentum. Then all of a sudden every single video goes viral and you made it. But like, until that moment, if I would stop, let's say 1 month before that, you know, like let's say after 2.5 years, I wouldn't got to where I am. Guys, you don't understand that. It's like, people only see the people that are successful, right? But they don't see the amount of effort it took for them, because you are the only one clapping for yourself. No one understands your vision, no one can see your vision, and that's quite frankly okay, because you know, you are you. But if you have that vision, it's there for a reason. So make sure that when you do and nothing pays off, that's actually a good sign, because you're so close for it to pay off. And as long as you put in the best that you can do today, you should tap yourself onto the shoulder and be proud of yourself. Because that's also something that I never really did. I always thought, okay, I could do more, but certain things are not in our hands, you know. The algorithm is not in our hands. We can do the most amazing video, but the algorithm is not on our side, so boom, it doesn't perform good, right? Perfect hook, perfect video, just doesn't perform good. But it's not up to you. What it is up to you is the video that you do, right? You can do a good edit, you can do a good hook, you can do this, you can do that. That's it. And then you leave it up to the algorithm, and you don't check. Guys, one lesson, another lesson. I'm just going to talk about the lesson that I learned from creating a lot of content, okay? Another lesson that I learned is never check the views, never check the likes, never check the comments. Like in the first 1, 2, 3, whatever days after uploading. Because quite frankly, your expectations are always higher. And then all you do is like, you see that content or you see that video and you be like, damn, like I thought I would go viral. And then you look at your content and think, okay, maybe it's bad, but wrong. It's super wrong. And another thing, imagine you go viral and you see these likes. You know what I did when my first viral video hit? I literally, for 1 or 2 weeks, all I did was checking the likes. Because you had to imagine, I have now on that video around 600,000 likes, 500,000 likes, one video. So imagine 500,000, you know, and that these 500,000 I gained over 2 weeks, 500,000 likes. So every time I did this, another like appeared. And now imagine coming from 5 likes a day to around 10, if not 50,000 likes a day. More than a like a second. Like, there's unlimited likes every time I check a new person. So what I did was, for the first week, because I never experienced that, I was like, yo, oh my god, is that actually, are these real people? I checked my comments, I'm like, these are actually real people. And I kind of like lagged onto that because I was sitting on that win. Like, I was so lost, I was so overstimulated, I was, you know, I was on that high. So I thought, okay, I made it already. But that was a viral video, you know, and that video is up. But the video is, you have to understand, this video is not success. It's a video, yeah. It built my personal brand. It's also a reason that I am here today. But that's it, you know. The goal back then was it to market my marketing agency, and the goal now is it to sell my eyewear, you know. So when I don't see an order in my Shopify, everything else doesn't matter for me at that point, because it's just likes. Likes mean nothing, guys. Let me be honest with you. Likes mean nothing. Everyone can double tap the screen. It's not much of an effort. Yeah, you can be proud of yourself because, you know, you see some feedback, you see your videos performing good, but that's it. Don't check the likes. What you have to see is, okay, certain video performed good, you know, analyze it. Analyze your content and see what performs good and what doesn't perform good. And then you adjust. But guess what? You work harder. Because when you sleep right now, when you check that all the time, that time that you checked into these likes could be invested into maybe learning to edit better, learning to edit faster. The first videos that I edited, like the first reels, I mean, it was day in the life video, so I had a whole day filled with videos, and then I of course had to cut it down. Still, it took me around an hour, maybe 2, for the first video, first reel to do. Then slowly I got from 2 hours to 1:45 to 1:30 to 1:20 to an hour after a year. To an hour. Now, still, hour a day is crazy for one video. Then slowly I got to 45 minutes, half an hour. Nowadays it's like 20 minutes, 50 minutes. But still, like 50 minutes deep work, you know, being like super in your flow state. And what I wanted to say is, like, I now focus on the task and not on the outcome. So the outcome I can't control, but the amount of work I do I can control. So that means that what I can control I focus on. Because the other thing, I focus on what I can't control, I waste my energy into it, but nothing happens. You know, I can whatever check the likes all the time, they won't be coming more. You know what I mean? I can check the video all the time, it won't get more views. So all I do is now focus on the content itself, create as best as I can, edit as best that I can, and then the uploads, they will just come, you know. And then when a video goes viral, that's cool, awesome. If not, I don't care. I put in the best amount of work that I could do in that video. So everything else doesn't matter, because it's not up to me. I can't control it, you understand? And therefore, with this vision, first of all, you don't get overstimulated by thinking you're on top of the world, even though you're the same person, you know. Chill out, it's just likes, it's just followers, you know. You just be humble. And second of all, you also don't get these dopamine hits, because normally, you know, if you look up the history, it's a good book called Digital Minimalism by Carl Newport. Highly recommend it to everyone. Talks about the scientific way, or like why Instagram, TikTok, Meta in general is a billion, and YouTube is, okay, YouTube, let's put YouTube aside, because for me YouTube has more value, than Instagram and TikTok. But anyways, why are Instagram, why is Meta, why is TikTok a $1 billion company? $1 billion. We're talking about a multi-billion dollar company, even though it's a free app and you just watch videos, because they are selling your time. The more time you spend on Instagram, the more money Instagram makes. The more time you spend on TikTok, the more money TikTok makes. Because what happens, you scroll, then you see an ad, then you watch that ad, then maybe you buy something. You think it's just fun? No. People pay. I was on the other side. I run campaigns for people to see my ad on social media, so they click on it and then buy something. That's what I did. So I paid Instagram. I paid Instagram. I paid TikTok, guys. I paid them. For what? To get other people's attention. Because nowadays, it's all about attention. You get up into the morning, some kind of news, some kind of limited offer, a new movie, a new this, boom. Everyone wants to have your attention. You get up, someone's calling you, you get an email. So guess what number one currency is in today's society? Attention. It's the most important is your attention. So that's why we are lacking to have good focus, because we're so driven by focusing on one thing after another, switching our focus all the time. Then second, because we're overstimulated. When you get up in the morning and the first thing is what you do is check your phone, then you are just programmed by society and by the matrix, so to say. But when you get up into the morning, you meditate, you check what's going on in your mind, you sort out your thoughts, you have a plan for today, you write down your goals, and then you go after your goals. And then let's say after 1 p.m. you check your phone, you check your emails. Then you can do it. Then you can get back onto people and giving your holy attention to them. Because guess what? First it's you. How can you evolve in society, in the world, in your business when you give your attention to everyone for free? Take it. Call me. I'm reachable all the time. Yeah, you want something? Come on, talk to me right now. No. Guys, you can't do that. When you want to create something big, you have to only focus on what's important. Because where you focus on, your energy will flow as well. This is just normal. That's just what it is. And therefore, everyone knows that when you really focus on only one single task, you accomplish just like that. Like that. Done. But you focus on it. One after another. And from there on, you stack onto it. You get back onto having a better focus. Hey, how you doing, Alexia? For real, hard work pays off, man. Start doing long streams. 100% Blaze. Appreciate you. Yeah, so, that's the thing. And I think, especially in today's society, focus is really hard to get and hard to attain. So, focus is key, my friends. Focus is key. It's getting really dark in here, so hope you can still see me. It's a little bit, just use a little light here. Yeah, I'm glad that we talked over these little topics, that I just had on my mind. I'm lost in oh, that's awesome. I'm good. I'm just talking about how good you can use social media, how many doors it opens, but also how dangerous it is to just play the social media consuming game, which I'm also kind of a victim towards, because I do that as well. Like everyone on YouTube, if you're new in here, I would, or just if you already joined a couple of times, it will mean the world to me if you would just give this video a like, because the more likes we get, the more people can join and so on. And yeah, I really appreciate that. Before we continue, so yeah, like all of these likes are not just for you to see that on your screen. It literally does something to your brain. It releases dopamine, and the dopamine that you get released is normally only achieved through hard work, through having a really hard workout session in the gym, or going for a long run, or accomplishing a heavy task, or reading a lot of pages. That is the amount of dopamine that you get by just opening your phone, literally. So now tell me why you don't want to read, because it doesn't release the amount of dopamine that makes you happy now, because your baseline is all the way up. You check your phone, your dopamine, boom. So you have to go over this line in order to feel that dopamine. Means that when you're reading a book and the dopamine level hits like this, you don't even feel it. It's so boring. Yeah, duh, because you get so many dopamine hits from Instagram and TikTok that it doesn't even matter for you. But guess what? When you don't check Instagram, when you don't check TikTok, and the first thing you do in that morning is reading, guess how happy you get after reading that? Guess how happy you are after meditating? Guess how happy you are after yoga? Guess how happy you are after a workout? Guys, you can literally program your life into being successful, into becoming that person that you want to be. Guys, I be honest, I know I do a lot of videos as well, but I'm here to tell you that because my morning is no different. Like, I'm currently getting back into not checking my phone, because I did that for a really long time, and I feel so, like, I don't know if anyone can relate here. Maybe you can let me know in the comments now. Like, I felt so low. I woke up into the morning, I watched videos, and then you see other people enjoying their life, because that's social media, only showing the bright side. But you're in your bed, you know, kind of like lacking onto being not proud of yourself, because you know you don't put in any work. You lack this, you have to do this, you have to do that. You sleep in, you're still on your phone, you wasted hours of time into social media. You know that, you know, deep inside of you, you feel bad. And then you be like, you know what? Doesn't even make sense to get up. And then you wasted a whole day. Because of what? Your phone. Social media. And don't get me wrong, guys, there are a lot of cool videos that you can see on in social media and Instagram, TikTok, whatever, that literally inspired me to change my life. 100%, you can find these videos. But it's not always like that. So that's why if you do it consciously, yeah, you can find a lot of good stuff on social media. But when you're just in the rut, then I would say put your phone aside, think about what you're doing, and meditate on it. And then you will realize, okay, it was not even intentionally, like it just happened. Guys, it just happened. I know it. For me also, I don't plan to like waste my time onto social media, but it just happened. That's it. And then the hours is gone and no one give it back to you. So that's it. All right, guys, I really appreciate you all again for joining this amazing stream. Hope you all are doing good. I hope you all had an amazing day. What do you do when you just get burned out of this content? I'll be honest, the last days, I don't really know if I should talk about it, guys, because it's really deep. I could barely breathe, and I thought I would have panic attacks because I used to. I'm gonna just drop it because I don't care. I used to get them a couple of years ago, randomly, and it was not randomly. Like, I know the trigger points, and that's why I was so confused why it happened recently. I'm talking about a couple of weeks ago. I was sitting at my desk at 2 a.m. in the morning, and for a lot of people, 2 a.m. in the morning is actually, regular time for me to stream, which is not good. And I couldn't stream, like I couldn't open my phone to stream because I could barely breathe. And even talking about it is kind of like hard for me because I literally thought something was wrong with me. I thought, yo, Chirag, this is it. And the reason that this is like that, this happened, that my heart started to beat like, beat really fast, and I could like barely like catch a breath, even though I was like trying to breathe and trying to meditate. I was literally meditating there for 5 minutes and nothing happened. I'm like, yo, what's happening with me? Trying to lay down, even none of these things worked. First of all, I drank so much coffee the last days. I'm talking about 6-7 espressi a day. The last one was at 1 a.m, 2 a.m. in the morning. So that was a big trigger point because I never gave myself any rest. Like 1-2 days, I remember exactly, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I went a couple days without sleep. Like, I'm talking only naps, 20 minutes naps. And yeah, you can do that, but not when you hit the gym every day, and not when you do this amount of work that you do, and which kind of like is really mentally exhausting for yourself, because your brain is not, getting back the energy by having a nap. Anyways, that was another key. So we're talking about coffee, too much, too less sleep, or no sleep at all. And the third and the most important, which was overstimulation by social media. You see me streaming, yes, but guess what? I'm also consuming, because I'm a human being. I open my phone, I try to upload a video, and I catch myself just wasting another half an hour. And in the beginning, it was not that deep for me, in that saying that I thought, okay, it has an effect on me. But then, when I had this issue, I'm like, okay, it literally does, because of course it not started like that. Like, it started slowly when I just like felt it was too much, the feeling when you just realize it was too much, like taking constantly breaks, and like just feeling, the urge of it, burning out. Like, when you burn out for real, you're just gone for half a year, at least a year, you can't work at all. So I was curious about it, but I never really was scared. So yeah, from that amount of content that I consumed, had in my brain, no sleep, no rest, and no balance. I never put my phone aside, and that was not even work related. It was just I was addicted to it. And then I just said, okay, I have to get back onto putting rules into my life, because there were no rules, right? I have no boss. I don't have to show up anywhere tomorrow at 8 a.m. There is me. It's only me. I'm working for myself. And then I realized, okay, Chirag, you gotta change it. So I said, okay, Sundays no phone, in the mornings no phone, nights no phone, journaling more. Like I haven't journaled for a while, analyzing your thoughts. Sometimes it's also like a lot of thoughts, a lot of emotions that are like bottling up inside of you, and then you explode. That's what a panic attack is. Like panic attack is releasing a bunch of emotions that are literally bottled up inside of you and that you randomly release with no cause. It was a trigger that triggered you into it. So that was one thing, having a more balanced key onto living life and being more in tune with your emotions, being more present and praying more, not being so anxious, not this, not that. And yeah, so I'm facing that too. And I think a lot of people do so because, like I said, social media does a lot with you. So make sure that you take your break, make sure that you touch some grass, spend some time with loved ones, slow down, take vacation. I was never a fan of taking vacation, but first of all, now it's my job, so I do vacation because I create content, but also just enjoying it. I look into the future. I want to retire my mom. I want to create insane things, build schools, have a huge empire with my brand, have a huge name just because what I accomplished. But that is the goal, yes, like that is the future. But right now, the moment itself is precious. So like being grateful for the moment itself is really important, because when you are grateful, you cannot be anxious. But when you only think about what you want, then you're never satisfied with what you have. And that is not good, because God gave you this life. God gave you today another opportunity to go after it. So yes, go fully after what you do, but also embrace the fact and be grateful that you can do so, because not everyone can today get up into the morning and do that. Not everyone can today just watch their phone and like watch a stream, because they're whatever struggling with so many bigger issues, So gratefulness and being grateful is key for success, in my opinion. And practicing gratefulness, I think, is leading and helping you towards accomplishing greatness. And that's what I'm planning to do, with God's help, with God's grace. So you slowly get back to that rhythm then. Yeah, I'm slowly getting back. Took me quite a while to do so. Like, because I didn't really realize that. I thought, okay, I was too weak, I was too this, I was too that. Like, it was kind of funny to say, because, not funny, it was actually kind of sad, because when that happened to me, I blamed myself to be too weak. And I'm glad that I kind of like found out where it comes from, because if I would continue doing that, I would shovel my own grave. And that's just sounds like, some kind of poetic way of saying something, but it's literally the honest reality, because your heart is your heart, your mind is your mind. And when you keep on going crazy about it, I think there's a lot of people that like tell you to, keep working harder and so on. But when you do it already and you had a tough day and you have like nothing else left, but you still push, you go the extra mile, and then you should be proud of yourself because you did it, but you keep on blaming yourself because you told yourself you could have done more. That is a really bad way, because you will never ever have that inner peace, because you're always pushing, but you never take a step back to see of what you already accomplished. Because you have to do that once in a while, because sometimes you have bad days where you don't feel like doing anything, and when you keep blaming yourself, you're in the rut of never coming out of it, because your heart is pumping all the time, trying his best, trying to keep it up, because you're pushing, drinking coffee, staying in the office till 2 a.m. in the morning, sleeping 1 hour, going after it again and again, but you never get that rest. And rest is the most important, because first of all, your body is not growing when you don't rest. Your mind is not regenerating, or certain neurons, certain nervous system things didn't get the reset, or even don't get properly rebuilt. because a lot of things mess up during the day. So anyways, long story short, I want to not go into it too much, but you need sleep, you need rest, you need also sometimes to do something completely different than you work, because then you have these amazing ideas. Guys, when I'm in the shower, when I do things that have no relations to my work, I get the most amazing ideas, because that's how our mind works, right? So yeah, that's it. I hope you all understand me. It's way too dark, I'm so sorry, but the sun just went away way faster than I thought. Anyways, it does take a lot of energy, 100%, but everything that takes energy gives energy. So with that said, guys, I appreciate you all for joining the stream. Thank you so much. Make sure to like this video on YouTube or Twitch, no matter where you're watching. It will literally mean the world to me, because the more people like, the more likes you get on the video, the more people will join the streams. And it's cool to talk to more people, because I think there's a lot of things on my mind, or like through my experience, that I can share, and I would love to share it. But sometimes I need, you know, questions like that we just got into, or just certain comments to have the ball rolling. So I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for asking to get today, and thank you so much for joining today's live stream. It means the world to me. And yeah, have a great day ahead, mate. You too. Appreciate you. Love this one. Appreciate you. Asata, thank you so much. Everyone that joined the stream today, thank you so much. We're gonna see each other tomorrow. Stay happy, stay grounded, and stay faithful. All glories to God always. See you in the next live stream.